Hi, this is another video sponsored by Casio Malaysia. In this video, I will use the new Casio 570EX calculator to teach you how to do the variations in SPM Modern Math. Alright, so before I start to discuss the question, I just want to teach you some basic about variations. So basically, variations you have three types here, which is direct variations, inverse variation, and joint variation. So the joint variation basically is joint between the direct and inverse variation here. So here has some keywords in order to tell you about this. So normally for a question like this, what the question it will say is they will use this kind of keyword like y is varies directly to x. So therefore, this is the meanings of y is varies directly to x, or sometimes they will don't want to use the do, they will use the word like as. They will say y is varies directly as x. So basically, what the question trying to tell you is their relationships between x and y is directly one. So in order to solve this kind of question, right, you must be able to change these patterns of the relationship into the equation. Okay, this is the whole purpose of this topic. So in order to change them into the equation, basically quite easy. You need to change this sign into the equal. At the same time, you need to add a k after the equal. Okay, what do I mean is like this. This is y is varies directly as x, isn't it? So I will change them into y equals to kx. Alright, why we have a k here? Because k basically is a constant. Okay, it decides like what is the ratio relationship between x and y here. So you will need to add a k, and then in order to find the k, normally they will give you an x and y value. You just sub in to find the k. After you have the k already, you need to plug in the k back into this equation and solve it to find x or y. Alright, later I will show you in the questions. So same idea, if I have something like inversary, so yeah, they will say something like y is varies inversary as x. So the inversely will be slightly different because they will not tell you it's something like 1 over x. They will just straight away tell you is y is varies inversary as x. So whenever you see the word inversary, you should know that x is always at the denominator. So yeah, and then this is the relationship pattern. So if I want to change them into the equation, basically quite easy. You need to change this sign into equal and add a k for it. Okay, but then this case, k will be always on the numerator. So k over x. Alright, same idea if we have some joint variation, yeah, it's the same thing. But then this one, normally the question will say something like, y is varies directly to x and inversely to w. Alright, so whenever you see something like this, you should know x is on the top and then w is at the bottom. Alright, so if you want to write them into the equation, you should write y equals to kx over w. You will see the k is always on the top, isn't it? Alright, this is the pattern. However, I want to say here is for y and x, they can be in any power. Basically, you can have something like x squared or square root x or x cubed. Same idea for y. But normally y in SPM, they only give you the power 1 here. But then x or something like x or w, they can be in any power based on the question. Sometimes can be something like x cubed. So you kind of need to read the question carefully. So let's have a look at the question we have below here. So I actually prepared 2 questions here, and then at the same time I will teach you how to use this new Classwiz calculator to solve this kind of questions. So for number 1, it doesn't tell you the sentence, they straight away tell you the relationships pattern here. So you need to change them into the equation like what I do just now. But for the question 2 here, yeah, we have some sentence. Yeah, we'll have a look later. So we check out the question 1 first. So like what I say, whenever you have this sign, you need to change them into equal. At the same time, you need to add the k after the equal. So therefore, I have something like a equals to kb over square root c. Alright, so right now, in order to find the x, my objective is to find the k first. So what I want to do here is, I will sub in one combination of all this data. So like A equals to 2, B equals to 6, and C equals to 4 into this equation. So A equals to 2, B equals to 6, and C equals to 4. Right, because here you will need to like solve it a little bit, some algebra work. You need to move the numbers to the other side and kind of solve it. Yeah, I understand not all the students are good in algebra, so therefore I find that calculator will be very useful for you, especially variation only come out in SPM Modern Math Paper 1, which is a multiple choice question. This is the reason why I think you can fully utilize the function of this calculator. So what I will do is, I will just say 2, and then equal, I will do alpha, calculate this button. Yeah, you will see the equal sign here. And then k, I will change them into the x here. And then I put a fraction. So x, and then bracket 6 over square root 4. Okay, the good thing about this calculator is you can type exactly what you have in the question. So yeah, you can just type everything here, but you cannot type the equal button here. If you type the equal, they will say syntax error. So what you need to do is use the solve button here. So what I will do right now is, if I want the calculator to solve it for me, then I will just do shift solve. Alright, and then here in the question like this, you only have like one answer for x, so you don't need to worry about what number you need to key in here. But sometimes when your x have more than one answer, then the value you key in here must be very careful. So here I can key in my x equals to 10 or equals to 100 or equals to negative 10, also doesn't matter. Make your life easier, let's insert a 10 here. Okay, this one basically tell the calculator like what's the range of x value I want to find. But in this case, we only have one x value, so you don't need to worry about this x value. Okay, but important is after you type equal already, you want to make sure left hand side minus right hand side will equal to 0. This is something very important. Okay, so therefore I know my k equals to 0.66667. So this is the value of 2 over 3. Yeah, just depend. Sometimes calculator can change to fraction, but in this case you can't. So yeah, if you can know this one basically mean 2 over 3 will be good. If not, then you just insert like 0.6667. It doesn't matter. Alright, then the question asked me to find the x, right? So what I want to do right now is, yeah, I will insert my x become 0.6667. Alright, then I will change all my a, b, c value here. Because right now I want to find x, right? I need to sub in the second combination of the value here. So my a right now will be 8 here. And then my b right now will be the x. And my c right now will be 9. Then I will just insert the 9 here. Alright, then I will use the shift and solve here. So we just change them into the 10. Alright, then I will type equal 2 times. Alright, I want to make sure left hand side minus right hand side equals to 0. Alright, this one I will round off, so I know that my x actually equals to 36. Then I will just circle 36 in the multiple choice question in my exam. Alright, so let's have a look at the question number 2 here. What if the question says something like x is varies directly as a square of y and inversely as z? So therefore, what I will do is I will just skip the relationship part. I will straight away write the equation. So x is varies directly. Basically, square of y is on the top. So I will say varies directly. I must have a k here after equal. So y square over and inversely as z. So we know inversely basically means z will be at the denominator, isn't it? So over z. Alright, so what I want to do right now is I want to find the k first. So I will need to sub in the first combination. So you can see I have this data. X equals to 24, y equals to 4, and z equals to 2. So what I will do right now is I will insert my x is 24, and then I use the alpha, calculate to get my equal. Alright, then k, I will just use the x to represent it first. Okay, my y will be 4. So yeah, here I better to put the fraction first to make my life easier. So this one will be x, and then I will have about 4 square over z will be 2 here. Right, then I will type shift solve here, and then insert a 10 equal 2 times, and then I should be able to get my k right now will be 3. Then I know my k equals to 3. Then I will just sub my k equals to 3 back into this equation. Then I have this equation ready. Then I will use the second information to find my x here. Alright, so right now what I want to do is my X will remain the X here. Alright, then my Y become 9 and Z become 27. So what I want to do right now is, I can change one by one here. So my Z right now is 27. And then my Y right now will be 9. And I already found my K, isn't it? My K will be 3. So I will change this one into 3. So right now, the X will remain X here. So therefore, in order to find the X answer, very easy. Do back the same thing. Shift solve, insert a 10 here, and then type equal 2 times. Okay, make sure left hand side minus right hand side equals 0. Then your X value will equals to 9. Right, I hope you find this video helpful to you.
If you are interested to get this calculator, I will share a Shopee link at the description below. The link will bring you to the Casio Official Store. So for right now, the Casio Malaysia are doing some promotion. Whoever want to get this calculator from their official store, they will free you a Casio L file. I believe you know what is Casio L file. Basically, it's a plastic file which you can easily insert some paper here. Besides that, Casio Malaysia also will give you another 5 ringgit discount as long as you key my voucher code here. I also will provide you a step-by-step guide here.
So in order to use the voucher, first you need to go in the Shopee website, and then at the search button over here, you just type Casio. You should be able to see something like search Casio shop. You click on it, and then you should be able to see the Casio official store, and then click on it, and then you should be able to see the Casio scientific calculator over here. Just in case you cannot see, you can go into here, search in shop over here. You just tap 570EX, and then the Shopee website will actually bring you to the calculator, and then click on it, and then you just click buy now, and then over here there's 2 places for you to insert your voucher code. First place is over here, you can see the more voucher. The second place will be over here, the platform voucher. Okay, the platform voucher is for the voucher provided by Shopee, and then this voucher is provided by Casio Malaysia. And then over here you can insert the voucher code I provide, which is the CASIOMAT, and then you just click on apply. I already applied, so you can see like 5 ringgit off, minimum spend of 70 ringgit. So after that, you should be able to see the price from 79 reduced to 74.
If you have any question, feel free to post at the comment section below, or else I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.